Well, everything basically changed yesterday. As is known, Putin warmly welcomed the Iranian delegation, calling the American penetration into Iran's nuclear depths an unprovoked act of aggression, and promised Iran assistance, including military aid, which, by the way, Iran requested. And from that moment on, it became clear that yes, that's it, it's all over. And essentially, the tragedy has moved toward its finale. The die is cast. In other words, exactly what Putin needed for this long, careful, grand mistake has happened. And it happened in the best possible way. He still stuck his head into that hole from which he'll never be able to pull it out. Ah, drunk on his own delusions of grandeur, the Kremlin fool basically went ahead and openly sided with Iran. For now, this isn't a declaration of war against the United States of America, against Trump himself. But Trump takes note of things like this, tucks them away for later, and never forgets. So getting a powerful Tomahawk missile in his personal Botox injection might just be a very real and distinct possibility because of this particular situation. Well, we remember how Putin spent a long time batting his eyes at old Donald, coquettishly lifting his imperial skirts, showing off his rare earths and other delights. Trump pretended to be charmed and, with hypocritical hands, seemed to be reaching under all those Putin miniskirts. But as it turns out, things actually happen a little differently. And we tend to give a lot of weight to the words that are spoken in the media space. Everything was done skillfully, ruthlessly, and correctly. Understanding the critical importance of Iran as an ally, as Russia's main supplier, Trump began to break Putin's access from the Iranian end. And you can hear it even today. You can hear it. The Ayatollah's backbone is creaking, cracking louder and louder. Yes, Iran is very strong thanks to its Revolutionary Guard Corps, strong thanks to its Basij thugs. I'll explain what that is a bit later. But overall, the outcome, of course, is a foregone conclusion. One way or another, Iran is on the chopping block. The question of its final beheading remains open, and no one here would dare to predict the timing. It's possible that in the near future, both Putin and Trump will try to mask and dress up their perfectly natural mutual hatred. But overall, the Rubicon has certainly been crossed, and with his openly pro-Iranian statements, Putin has crossed the Rubicon. The fact is, a free, lively, and cheerful Iran is deadly for Putin. And the little Trump, the sunshine, has already declared that if this regime is preventing Iran from becoming great again, then why not, in fact, just change the regime there? And then he fell silent. And from that moment, there's a very beautiful, meaningful word, abyssal. Abyssal refers to the depths of the ocean, which begin at about 3 kilometers down. There is eternal darkness there. All sorts of terrifying anglerfish live there. Monsters dwell there. And, well, you can't see anything at all. And from that moment on, you have to understand, from the moment Putin openly sided with the cannibalistic Iran, the real events dove into this abyssal zone, into those depths where the eternal darkness of secrecy reigns, Well, the secrecy is quite relative because the sea still stirs once. The sea stirs twice. It's clear what's going on down there. And now there isn't much left for the press and the public in the visible media space